My life be like.
Alright guys, so as the video title suggested, we are going to be redoing a new old drift chassis. It is my TT01. I've had this chassis for a very long time, since about 06, 07-ish. It was my first hobby grade RC car. Got it secondhand from a friend of mine who had moved on to a newer, faster, better chassis. This chassis has done a lot for me and got me into a lot of the hobby. I actually tried to compete with it in the 2008 Groovy RC Drift Nationals. Did not place very well, did not do very well, and found out very quickly I needed a better chassis. But that being said, this is an awesome starting point for anybody looking to get into the hobby and into RC drifting. And we're going to be rebuilding this for my son to learn how to rebuild and do hobby stuff and learn how to drive an RC car and drift with it. So let's get started. Guys, so this is the chassis as it was when I parked it in 2008 or 2009. It does have a lot of different hop-ups on it, a lot of different stuff going on here. Very, I would say, period. There wasn't as much aftermarket for this as there is now. Tamiya is still making these chassis, so they're still making a ton of different aftermarket parts. But the key things that are needed for drifting and getting the car sideways are here. Solid aluminum shaft, upgraded steering linkage on the front. We have the adjustable upper arms for camber, so that way we can actually dial in some sort of alignment, and adjustable steering rods, so that way we can adjust the toe in and out as we need it. It does have oil-filled adjustable coilovers. And that's pretty much all you really need for drifting, other than, you know, locking the differentials, which now they make solid axles for, which is great. Before, when we were doing this back in 05, 06, 07, you would take the gearing out and shove like paper in there or whatever you could to get the gears to stop from turning back and forth. Now they just have a solid axle that you can throw in there. It keeps everything tight, it keeps everything together, very consistent. You don't have to rebuild it, and it actually weighs a little bit less than the gear differential just being stuffed with shoe goo or paper or, you know, silly putty. I mean, we used a lot of different things to try and get these things to lock up and stay locked up, but eventually they do break. It's obviously very, very dirty. It's been parked for a long time. And it needs to get cleaned up, refreshed. The chassis deck, or the tub plate, has some holes that are stripped out, and so we're gonna have to put in a new deck plate, tub plate. But other than that, it's mainly just a refresh. Alright guys, so we're all finished taking apart the TT01. Unfortunately, my GoPro did not do the time lapse of it, so no footage of that. But as you can see, all taken apart, parts are laid out. Stay tuned for more. We're going to be doing a whole new bearing set in this. We're going to be rebuilding the shocks, rebuilding the differentials, refreshing some of these control arms, and re-greasing things, and just basically doing a whole another redo of the entire chassis, a whole refresh. Something I always suggest whenever you're tearing down a chassis, have one of these. It's great. You can maintain where all your screws are, what they go to in different parts, and we'll be taking apart the rest of this stuff and putting it in there. Anyways, thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you again later.